time I roll through LA, Hollywood, San Diego, Oceanside, I get nothing but love from the people. I tell you this to tell you Cali like a second home to me. I always have a party.
Welcome to the Monkman, Marl Kalone, episode 2, season 1. How you gentlemen all out there doing today? Listen, I had a couple of shows already ready to go, but I was flipping through today's news, and the news never disappoints when you read through current events going on and stuff around the country. And, anyway, today's story is, it's not really that unusual because of the vanity and the vain women we have in today's society. I really wasn't that surprised to see it, but I was surprised why she did it and who she wanted to look like. So let's jump right into the topic for today. Topic of today is about women and doing all kinds of, upgrade surgeries. They do things like tummy tucks, they do butt lifts, liposuction, nose jobs, breast implants, whatever the hell it is, right? The women are the lion's share of the market for this bullshit. Okay? The majority of the women, if you get right down to it, they don't need this kind of shit. It's just a big waste of money, right? I can see if you're born with some type of deformity or something, a cleft palate, one boob, whatever, something that you're born with that needs corrective surgery. I can see that for a man or a woman, and I totally get that. But today's women are so vain and spend so much money on this bullshit that they could probably fund a small country every year. And that's no joke. The makeup industry, the hair care products industry, liposuction, all of these surgeries that are electives. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry every year. And where do you think the majority of these women get their money to do this shit? Yeah, we all know where it comes from, right? It comes from their husbands, their simp boyfriends, and they waste so much money on this shit. They waste energy, they waste resources, they waste time. And the majority of these women are going to be back looking the way they look in a couple of years anyway, as the wall, we know, hits every woman at some point. That's just a fact of life. So this mom, she's from Houston, Texas. Apparently she's a lawyer. Yippee fucking skippy, right? She's a lawyer. She spends just under $20,000 on surgery to look like Meghan Markle. Now, for those gentlemen out there that don't know who the hell that is, she apparently, and I had to look this up and double check myself, she apparently was a B-level actor, done some this and that bullshit, right? The only reason that anybody even knows or cares who she is anymore is because of the man she married and the family she married into, the royal family, right? So this woman, she wants to look like Meghan Markle. So what does she do? She undergoes 5.5 hours of cosmetic surgery, right? Cosmetic surgery. Not necessary surgery, cosmetic surgery. She gets a nose job, liposuction on her stomach, her thighs, and a butt lift. The only thing she's left out at this point is getting a new set of tits, right? She might as well have done the whole VIP package. as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to do it, go for broke, right? So she did all this, and I'm sure the recovery time was horrendous when you do that kind of stuff to your body. And I didn't even need to read this to understand why this woman did this. I already knew this before reading it, and I'm sure that a lot of you gentlemen out there know too. She did it because she had low self-esteem, as she said, and now that she looks in the mirror, she's happy again. She has a better version of herself. Isn't that quaint? She says she's at the point where she can put herself out in the world again. Well, if you're an attorney and you're not out in the world, then how the hell do you do your job? So to me, that's, more bullshit, more women bullshit. It's called women bullshit justification to waste these type of extensive, financial resources. So apparently she did all this surgery, blah, blah, blah. It fixed her self-confidence, as she says, blah, blah, blah. All the usual shit, right? The thing is, these women aren't getting to the root of the problem. They're very superficial. They do this for superficial reasons and for pure vanity, and to go out there and they base their self-esteem and their worth on looks, right? And then you always hear in the media, this is where I wanted to get to this point with. This is what I was getting at. You hear out in the media all the time, these women use men as scapegoats. Well, we do it because of the society's pressure. We do it because we're supposed to look like the swimsuit models. We do it because of this pressure and that pressure and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, all of that is just women explaining with excuses the reason they do this bullshit. Because frankly, the majority of men would rather see women with less makeup. We'd rather see them spend less money and not waste all of our financial resources on this bullshit. You have women that can spend $300, $400, $500 a month on hair care products, on makeup, on going to the spa, on, pedicures and manicures and getting their nails done and blah, blah, blah. Right? Men don't put that pressure on them. They put that pressure on themselves. We don't require it. Sure, there's the occasional man that may say, boy, I like your hair like this. Whatever the case, there are times maybe when a man prefers a certain look, but women overwhelmingly put this pressure on themselves. If society puts the pressure on them, that's because women, they use this sexist bullshit in society today, and they go out and they tell men that we're pigs and that we sexually harass them and we do this and we do that, and then they come out wearing a see-through piece of material where you can see everything underneath. Or they come out with a thong on stage like Miley Cyrus or some of these other hoe-ass artists, and they have nothing underneath and they leave nothing to the imagination. Never mind saying anything about the fans that are kids that are watching this shit, right? So these women put this pressure on themselves. If society does it, the only part of society that does it is the media and women. Overwhelmingly, I've talked to men, and overwhelmingly, we prefer women with less makeup, spending less money on this shit, spending less time on this shit so we can get where we need to go, etc., etc. So these women need to start accepting responsibility for their own choices and their own decisions and the things that they're doing. Right? Never mind the fact that this woman, it looks like she has daughters from the pictures. Real great role model for your daughter. You know? But God forbid men say anything about this on these posts. You can't judge today. With the PC bullshit we got going on, you can't say anything to anybody today. Bunch of bullshit. So this woman, she spent all this money on this. She spent all this time. She had time for recovery. Blah, blah, blah. Apparently she has felt that she has all this confidence now. But I guarantee you one thing. At the end of the day, this woman still has all of these deep-rooted issues that come from something completely different. She needs to go to counseling. She needs to go to therapy. She needs to actually address the issues, right? She's not going to do that. I can almost guarantee you that. But that's the real heart of the issues. Doing all this superficial shit that's only going to last a few years because the wall's going to eventually get you anyway, baby. It isn't going to help. Alright, man, that is about it for today. Those are my thoughts on the discussion. I will see you guys on the next show, and we will talk more shit and get our opinions out. Until then, stay safe, my brothers, and let's keep working for equality, gentlemen, for men. Peace.
Unfolding, the sights are amazing. Beautiful women in the summer heat blazing. The cruising classics rolling on Dayton's. I'm here to bring the party, now everybody waiting. Like an old west time for a showdown. Chant my name and now ready for a throwdown. Gonna take the mic in hand cause it's time to rob my set. Gonna give my people a show they never will forget. I just want everyone to have a little fun. Share my love of music.